Welcome back to another episode of Skywind007. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at this. This is the Dental Spa Oral Irrigator that connects directly to a faucet, so it's not electric. And we're going to do a 2-year test, and it's going to be fast. And the reason why I say it's going to be fast is because I bought this before and I used it for 2 years, and I have the old one with me right now. So first I want to look at the new one. So we're going to see how it comes out of the box. And then after we're done looking at the new item, we're going to look at the old item, the one that I just took off. And we're going to draw some comparisons. So this is it right here. Basically you connect this to the faucet with the plug that everything is provided, and then you use the water pressure from your faucet to irrigate your teeth, and that's it. It's a very basic device. So there's no batteries, there's no wiring, there's no plug. All you have to do is make the connection. Like I said, I've owned this for 2 years, and I'm just getting this again. So this is what you get. You use this to glue it to the mirror. At least that's the way I do it. And here are the different connectors, the different things that you connect to the irrigator. Here's the adapter you get. This is the one that you get, the adapter. I live in the United States, by the way, so it is compatible with the American faucet. I don't know if other countries have different faucets. I doubt it, but just to be sure. And then you get some more adapters and things that you will not need all this. And this is basically it right here. This is how it looks like when it's brand new. And you're going to be connecting it to these guys. So let's open it up and see. I like the, let's do the yellow one. So this part right here goes into the faucet with this adapter. We're going to take a look at it. And this over here, you connect it like that, and then you open the two knobs, the faucet knobs, and then you just open it like that and it'll spray water like that. So after 2 years of using it, I think it works really great. You do have to adjust the warm water because you can't spray yourself with cold water. At least I can't. I don't like it. But it's great. I don't have any real complaints about it. It eventually does get dirty, so you do have to replace it. So that's why I replaced it. So that's why I bought a new one. So now that we're done looking at the new one, let's look at the old one. So basically we're going to fast forward 2 years into the future. Let me set all this stuff aside for a moment, and we're going to look at the old one. Okay, so this is the new one right now. So fast forward 2 years, and this is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to end up with. It's all dirty, as you can see. Let's look at the new one and the old one at the same time. And on this side, you can look at that. It has a lot of sedimentation and stains and calcification. So yeah, at some point you can't use this on your teeth anymore because you're making things worse because it's so dirty. So the good news is that this will last you beyond its usefulness to the point where you can't use it anymore. And there's no real way of cleaning this that I'm aware of. So yeah, you definitely need to replace it. I would say every year. I kept it too long, so. And this is what it came with. Kind of made an adaptation here, but you don't really have to. And the good thing is that you get to keep the old things. See, like here, you can use them on the new one. You just got to clean it up. You got to put it on the dishwasher and the hot heat if you want, or just run hot water through it. Okay, so enough talking. This is going to go to the trash right here, and let's install the new one. Okay, so let's start by taking this out of the bag. And let's open this up. So this is going to go in there. You just have to remove that temporarily. And you plug it in. Oop, I forgot to do something. This has to be like that. And then you plug it in. I was doing it wrong. There you go. That's plugged in. Now you just screw it back. And now let's go to the faucet and plug this in. I'm gonna pick one of the lower restrooms. I know it doesn't have a new faucet, but let's do it. Okay, so here we are at the hand washing area. So all you have to do is unscrew the old aerator and just pull it out like that. This is the aerator right there. And now we just bring the new piece, the one we got from the box, and we put it in. Just make sure you align it correctly. And you have to screw. You don't need an adapter or anything. You put it on directly. It's kind of tricky, but you'll get the hang of it. It's just like putting the aerator back on. So the water comes out. And now let's test it. So I was doing it the wrong way. So there we go. So the water comes out. So that's it. It's fairly easy. Nothing complicated. So let's put one of the tips. Let's see how it looks. Press hard. Oh, mistake again. Okay, let's open up. And there we go. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see that jet is going really fast. So that's what this is going to be going in your mouth between your teeth and just taking out all that debris and this disgusting bacteria. This is good for braces if you wear braces. Yeah, it's close. So here's the tip holder where we are going to store the tips. So you just put it in there and that's it. Close the door and voila. So here's the irrigator handle, and put it on the holder, and voila. Okay, so here we are downstairs. So I used the old Waterpik tips for the downstairs holder. Voila. Okay folks, so we have reached the end of this review. Like I said, I used this for 2 years. The results are fairly good. It's not perfect, but it is great. I think it's great. It won't last forever, but it will last at least a year. And the reason why you have to change it is because it gets dirty, not because it breaks down. So as far as installation, my home has a plastic faucet, so everything in here is plastic, so I don't need any tools. But if you live in an older home that has metal pipes and metal faucets, you're probably gonna need this because metal tends to fuse. So you might have to just do this or hire a plumber to do it for you, because if you try to do it yourself, you might break something and you'll have a leak in the middle of the night, and then you're gonna have to get a plumber to do it, to come home and fix things for you. So be very careful if you have to use this tool, because I don't want you to have a horrific flood in your home. And finally, I do want to compare and contrast with this type of irrigator. So like we saw, this one connects directly to the house, and this one has it has a tank, and it's electric, so you have to plug it in. So there are benefits to this and there are benefits to this. So one of the benefits to this is that if you have a power outage, you don't have to worry about it, because you don't need electricity or batteries. You just rely on the water pressure. The downside is that if you have a water outage, then you can't use it. This one, on the other hand, if you have a power outage, you can't use it because you have to plug it in. But if you have a water outage, it's not a big problem, assuming that you have some spare water around there somewhere. You just fill up that tank, and there you go. You're ready for it, because it doesn't connect directly to the faucet. This one of the bad things about this one is that you get pure water out of it, so you don't get you can't mix it with a little bit of Listerine or mouthwash. So you can only use it with water. And this one, on the other hand, you can make all kinds of mixtures. For example, I do a little bit of Listerine mouthwash in there with the water, and then I turn it on, so you get more cleaning out of this one because you have that mixture. This one of the big advantages is that you can run it as long as you want to, no big deal. As long as you have water running and water pressure, this will work. This one, on the other hand, the tank will run out of water, so you have to keep refilling and refilling and refilling, and that's kind of a tedious job. So that's a bit annoying. This one does use up a little bit of extra space, and you have to have that connection on the faucet, which other people in your home may not like. This one, on the other hand, you don't have to do that, but it does use up space in your sink area and in that bathroom area. So they both use up space. They both have multiple connections, those pipe things, so you can use it with more than one person. So they both have that benefit. They both you can control the temperature on both. On this one, you just adjust the knobs, and on this one, you just make sure you do the right mixture when you mix it up. So they both have that benefit. This one has an on-off slide switch, which I think is great. It works. You can turn it off if you want to. This one does have a switch, but that switch tends to get stuck as the device gets older. So if you use that switch, that pause button, like it says right there, pause button right there, you risk getting it stuck in that position, and then you can't use it anymore. So it's like it's not there, and if you use it, it'll mess up your device because it gets sticky. And another disadvantage of this is that you can't run any cleaning liquids through it. It's only water that's gonna run through it. This one, on the other hand, has the advantage that you can pour in concentrated water and soap or water and Listerine with a lot of mouthwash just for the purpose of cleaning it, or soap or whatever you want to run through there. You can do it to clean the internals. This one you cannot. So this one you're stuck with making sure that you can run water through it, clean water. And you should avoid the temptation of running hot water to clean it in there, because if you do, you can damage the hoses because they're just plastic hoses. So that is the difference between the two. By the way, this one has less pressure than this one because this one has pulses. So this one does produce a lot more pressure than this one. So overall, I would say this one is a little better, and this one is more convenient, because this one you do have to maintain this one. You have to clean it because it gets very sticky in there. You have to take it to the kitchen and scrub it with soap and water, and the tank you have to clean that too. And this, that cover you have to open it up and clean it and clean everything, and the internals you have to run soapy water through there. So there's a lot of cleaning there going on, especially because you have that extra tank. So this one doesn't have any tanks, so basically it's a little bit more convenient. But this one does have a lot more pressure, and I think that extra pressure helps with the gums. It keeps them healthy. So this one's not as good as this one. So if I had to move to an island and I had a choice of these, which one of these two would I pick? I'd probably pick this one because of that extra water pressure, because it does more for you than this one. But this one's nice to have if I have the option of having it as a secondary irrigator. And like, for example, right now I have this one upstairs and I have this one downstairs. So definitely I consider it more of a secondary irrigator, and this is more of a primary irrigator. So I know it's kind of ironic that I'm doing a review on this one and then I'm saying that this one is a little bit better. But that's my honest opinion, and that's just my opinion. So thank you for watching, subscribe, and thumbs up.